How's it going, folks? My name's Andy, and here are, in my opinion, the 10 greatest rookie seasons of all time. These guys entered the NBA and immediately made their mark. I'll be considering each rookie's regular season and playoff performances if they made the playoffs, and I'll try to form a list that will be a balance between them, along with how much team success they had. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. Number 10, Shaquille O'Neal. When Shaq came into the league, he hit the ground running, instantly becoming a star and one of the most popular players. He averaged about 23 points and 14 rebounds with over 3 blocks a game. Shaq was already in the conversation for best big man in the league as a rookie, and he was competing with the likes of Hakeem Olajuwon and David Robertson for that honor. Fun fact, in his rookie season, his team went 41-41 and missed the playoffs. However, that 41-41 record would be the worst record in Shaq's entire career. His teams were always above 500 in every season after his rookie year. While he didn't lead his team to the playoffs and that's why he's so low on this list, his dominance could not be overlooked. He took the league by storm with his sheer size, strength, quickness, and athleticism, which only can be matched by Wilt Chamberlain before him. Number 9, Tim Duncan. Another dominant big man who instantly made an impact. Tim Duncan averaged 21-12 and led his team to 56 wins, a 36-win improvement compared to the previous season. Well, to be fair, he was not yet the primary option on the Spurs. That would still be David Robertson, who came back from injury and was also a huge part of that 36-win turnaround. It was more like a bounce-back season for him. Regardless, Duncan was one of the most impactful rookies of all time. He led the entire league in double-doubles and also won Rookie of the Month every single month, something we rarely ever see. Then in the playoffs, he would become the number 1 option, leading his team in scoring. At this point, it was clear that it was Duncan's team. In a 1998 interview, as his rookie season was coming to an end, Coach Pop said, "He's totally unselfish, his approach is totally unique in today's world. He just wants to be better and he's not impressed with any hoopla. He couldn't care less about himself." It was like that for the rest of Duncan's career as well. He played like and acted like a seasoned vet right when he entered the NBA. Number 8, Oscar Robertson. Robertson's regular season numbers were probably the best we've ever seen out of any rookie. Even though, the pace of the game was much quicker back in the 60s with a lot more possessions, so they are a bit inflated. However, averaging a 30-point triple-double is nothing to scoff at. Well, almost a triple-double. 30 points, 10 rebounds, and 9.7 assists. That's close enough. And he did it while being super efficient for a guard, hitting 47% of his shots and 82% of his free throws. Robertson actually led the entire league in assists and true shooting percentage as a rookie. That's pretty damn crazy. Unfortunately, I put him lower on this list because his Cincinnati Royals finished with a pretty poor record, going 33-46, missing the playoffs. Robertson did lead his team to 14 more wins compared to the season before he got drafted, so he still greatly improved his team. Number 7, Michael Jordan. Jordan had everything going for him. In 1984, he was the most hyped up athlete in a very long time, and even as a rookie, he was drawing comparisons to Bird and Magic in their primes. Jordan made history for being the first rookie to be voted in as an All-Star starter, in a rather notorious All-Star game that saw his teammates freeze him out and refuse to give him the ball out of jealousy. Jordan was so popular that other stars in the league resented him for acting like he's such a big deal, despite being just a rookie. No rookies have ever gotten this kind of treatment before. In an article, it was stated that Michael wore his Nike warm-ups in violation of the NBA protocol. He was promoting Nike, so the veteran guys got upset, saying, "Who the heck is this rookie? He's not acting the way he should." The truth is, he was such a big deal and he knew that too. During the season, he averaged 28, 6, and 5 and got bounced in the first round of the playoffs, but the excitement he brought to the league was nothing short of amazing. Everyone knew he was going to be the next great superstar. Number 6, Larry Bird. Statistically, his averages of 21, 10, and 4 look great, but what stood out was his ridiculous impact on his teammates. He single-handedly turned the Celtics from a 29-win team to a 61-win team, without any other major additions besides him. Bird came in with a swagger and level of confidence bordering on arrogance that made him both endeared and hated by his peers. Pretty much all of the well-known stories about Bird include his trash talking, to the point where opponents wanted to knock the hell out of him. He started to do that right when he came in as a rookie, and the scary thing is, he always delivered. His most famous trash-talking moment happened later in his career, in the 1986 three-point contest, when Bird walked into the locker room and greeted his competition by saying, "So, who's coming in second place?" Number 5. David Robinson. What separated Robinson from other big men was how built he was. 4 years at the Naval Academy and 2 more years serving in the Navy prepared him quite well for the NBA. He averaged about 24 points and 12 rebounds with nearly 4 blocks a game. I've talked about Tim Duncan turning the Spurs into contenders, but drafting Robinson is where it all started. The Spurs won only 21 games before getting him, but he would lead them to 56 wins and the conference semifinals as a rookie. That's a 35-win turnaround, and Robinson would start a new era for the Spurs. He drew praise from around the league. Veterans were super impressed with his conditioning, his athleticism, his defense, and his rebounding. Under Robinson's leadership, the Spurs would compete in the West for the next decade, and he helped build the foundation and culture for the organization to succeed. Number 4. Elgin Baylor. He started off his career in Minneapolis, where he would average 25 and 15, while leading his team to the NBA Finals. They would ultimately get swept by the Boston Celtics, but this season was the start of the Lakers dynasty. While the Lakers' record was mediocre at best, any rookie who leads his team to the finals deserves a lot of credit, and that's why I ranked him so highly. Baylor was one of a kind, a versatile small forward who could do literally anything. Well, except for winning championships. He could rebound, post up, pass, shoot, take you off the dribble. Before him, nobody thought a 6'5" small forward could dominate like that, as the game was still heavily revolved around big man. Unfortunately, by the end of Baylor's career, he became known for, well, his abysmal finals record. He went 0 for 8 in the NBA Finals and finished his career without a single championship. Number 3. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Very few times do we ever see a guy of Kareem's size and skill. At 7'2", and reporters would say his height was measured without shoes on, Kareem was the tallest player in the league when he arrived. Formerly known as Lou Alcindor, he joined a Milwaukee Bucks team that was only in its second ever season in the NBA. He turned them from a 27-win team to a 56-win team that was competing for the championship. In the regular season, he put up 29, 14, and 4. Then in the playoffs, he put up an absurd 35, 17, and 4. Leading his team to the Eastern Division Finals. Statistically, he had arguably the most dominant playoff run for a rookie, and his patented sky hook became the talk of the town. Number 2. Wilt Chamberlain. 37.6 points, 27 rebounds, and a ton of blocks that were not recorded. Yes, the numbers are inflated due to the insane pace back then, where teams got roughly 25 more possessions than today. But the fact of the matter is, as a rookie, Wilt led the league in scoring, he led the league in rebounds, he led the league in field goals, in win shares. All of these were by such a huge margin too. Nobody was more dominant than Wilt from an individual standpoint. In the playoffs, he would lose to the Boston Celtics, his kryptonite. This became a trend as most of his losses over his career came against the Celtics and his biggest rival, Bill Russell. Out of everyone on this list, nobody could stack up to Wilt, but the final player on this list did more than just put up regular season numbers. And that brings us to number 1, Magic Johnson. If you just look at Magic's regular season numbers, it's not super impressive compared to other guys on the list. But Magic stood out for the same reasons that Elgin Baylor stood out. Back in 1980, it was still Kareem's team, but Magic was the guy who pushed them over the top and turned them into true contenders. In the 1980 NBA Finals, Magic took over Game 6 after Kareem went down with a devastating sprained ankle. Magic would score 42 points and dished out 15 assists. It was arguably the greatest elimination game in history, and yet it was done by a mere rookie. His performance earned him the 1980s Finals MVP, the first and only Finals MVP won by a rookie. He's also the youngest Finals MVP ever. He's also the only guy on this list who did not win Rookie of the Year, as he lost that award to Larry Bird. Overall, when you take into account Magic's impact on the Lakers, along with his incredible playoff run and finals performance, he had, in my opinion, the greatest rookie season of all time. Anyway, that's all folks. Those were the 10 greatest rookie seasons in NBA history. Let me know your thoughts on this list, and do you think anybody else should have been included? Let me know your thoughts and suggestions in the comments. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time. Peace.